Right, so Burnley 2, Manchester United 2. First game without Ruben Amorim. And I was actually looking forward to it for once. I wasn't dreading it. I wasn't expecting any negative results. I would have said 3-1 as my prediction before the game. We didn't get that. It was 2-all, which was actually a very poor performance, which I did I expect much from Darren Fletcher. I did. I would have expected a win, a narrow win at that. Which, if we had won this game, it would have been very narrow. But Burnley could have easily won that. Same with us. We had our own chances, but Burnley could have easily took all 3 points there. Which means I don't think this season we're yet to beat. Oh wait, no, we beat Wolves. I was about to say I wasn't sure if we were about to beat a bottom half table, or please. I didn't think we'd be anyone in the bottom three. There we go. Fucking hell. Why is that so difficult for me to say? But no, we beat Wolves 4-1. Goals from Benjamin Sesko. He got 2 in this game. Some fantastic finishing from him, who was a bright spark. Dorgu with 1 assist, which was a brilliant cross in, fantastic, and Fernandez with another fantastic ball for him. So if you feed this guy well, you have to put on a play for him, but he will score. Which he wasn't doing under Amorim, because obviously Amorim's system is fucking retarded and has stifled creativity. But this game, we did line up at 4-2-3-1, which is great. 65% possession, 10 shots on target to Burnley's 1. Yeah, it's fantastic. We had 30 shots, 10 on target. 7 were blocked. 2 shots hit the crossbar with Shea Lacey with 1 of them, which was fantastic. 19 shots in the box, 10 outside. There's a lot of positives to take from this. 71% aerial duels won. So it started off with an Nathan Heaven own goal, which was a freak own goal. It wasn't going to go in. It was already being covered, but I said it as I was watching, as the goal went in for the replay. If Heaven didn't stick out a leg and Burnley managed to score, you'd be complaining that he didn't do anything. So he had to stick his foot out, and unfortunately, it went to the back of the net. So that puts Burnley 1-0 up. Then, yeah, that was half time 1-0. Sorry, I'm trying to read through the stats here. Oh, you can't see it, but we missed part of it. Oh, there's Lulu walking across the screen. Oh, you just hit the keyboard. Cheers, Lou. Then second half, 50 minutes. Sesko set up by Fernandez. We score. Fantastic, great goal. Then 10 minutes later, we go and get the second. And now I'm thinking, okay, we're playing fantastic. Let's get a third. Let's make it 3-1. Get my prediction going. But then Euro comes on for Heaven and Mount comes on for Fernandez, and the team falls apart entirely. Any momentum that we built up in that second half just came crashing down. The subs kind of killed us, really. Well, those subs killed us. And then Burnley equalised. A couple minutes later, Xerxes comes on for Cunha. Fucking waste of a sub. Xerxes was fucking shit in this game. Xerxes as a footballer is fucking shit. But his technical ability is quite good. The only problem is the cunt doesn't fucking run. He doesn't move enough. He's woeful. His passing's not great either. It's pretty bad. I would typically say his link-up play is alright. But link-up play includes passing. But I think his passing shit. I can't describe what I mean. Or at least not at this moment, I can't describe what I mean. But I know if I'm able to explain it the way I'm thinking, I'm sure I'd have a lot of people that be able to understand where I'm coming from by saying that. Then Casemiro came off for Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo didn't do too good. I don't think he made a few errors, but not as many as Casemiro. After 15 minutes, I was saying Casemiro should come off. He was playing that fucking bad. He was terrible, absolutely woeful. Now, I was saying it from the 15th minute onwards. So once he came off, I was happy he was coming off because of how bad he was playing. But I think he should have come off earlier. I think Fletcher was just a bit shy with making a call like that. And then he finally put on Shea Lacey for Ugarte, who I thought was fantastic. But Shea Lacey came on and he immediately hits the crossbar. He brought I'd like to see Lacey start in the next game. I don't even know who we're playing, but in fact I could look it up. But I'm not going to bother my arse because I just think he should start. Don't start Dorgu. Because Dorgu had his moments today, but he was overall poor. Start Shea Lacey. Give him a shot. He's clearly got something about him. The ref was crap today as well. We should have had a penalty. In fact, I completely forgot about the penalty claim. Or, sorry, not the penalty claim, the disallowed goal. Contact does not mean a foul. Kyle Walker, yeah, he's getting, pushed around and all that by Martinez, the midget, by the way. And he lifts his right leg up and then falls over. Because obviously he's going to be unbalanced if you're on one leg. But he's fine on two legs. No, not a bother. Puts himself on one leg and falls over. And Martinez obviously went and scored like a couple seconds later. But that shouldn't have been disallowed. I thought it was an absolute fucking disgrace with that one. Terrible refereeing. And it was for both sides, by the way. I'm not saying the ref was biased. I'm saying he was shit. He had a terrible performance. Decisions for both sides weren't really great. I thought United players should have had a few yellow cards for consecutive fouls in the first half that just weren't given. Yeah, so you could say United were hard done by, but either way, like, you didn't do enough to win the game, even with that goal disallowed, which shouldn't have been, but it is what it is. I think I've gotten over the main points in the game. I thought Heaven was fine despite the own goal. Martinez was average. A lot of misplaced passes. Ugarte was decent. Bruno in the first half was absent. Second half he showed up for a few minutes and then got subbed off. Dorgu he likes to drop back, but he's playing an offensive role. He should be thinking offense first because he's playing an offensive role, but instead he just keeps dropping. There's one point where Shaw picked up the ball at the edge of the box and started running forward, and Dorgu just let him pass. Right, but he had a chance to. Dorgu, you're faster than Shaw. You have a chance to overlap. Just fucking overlap. But it's one of the reasons why I don't like Dorgu too much. I can see what he brings to the team, but I think he needs a bit of coaching to go the extra mile when it comes to certain decisions when he's, off the ball. On the ball, I think you just need a team to be a bit more supportive of players that are on the ball, especially in offensive positions, because it can be a bit isolated at times in the final third. Well, a point that leaves us in 7th. Newcastle won. Chelsea lost today, so that was great. So I was there thinking, Chelsea are after losing, Spurs are after losing, City are after drawing. Newcastle beat Leeds for, oh my god, a fucking 102nd minute winner. Wow. Anyway, where does this leave us? We're 7th. Newcastle are actually above us. Newcastle, who are thinking of sacking Eddie Howe from how bad they were doing, are a point ahead. No, sorry, goal difference. It's 1 goal that has them ahead. If we had have won those games that we should have won, I'm talking about the ones that are in the bottom 5. So, for example, Wolves, Burnley, West Ham, Forest, Leeds, Bournemouth. Well, the bottom 6. I'm pretty sure we drew against all of them. That's an extra 10 points if you were to win those games like you should have. And you're talking us on 42 points. We're not in the title race, but we're definitely comfortable in top 4. And that's what Amorim has cost us at the moment. I'd say he's actually cost us more than 10 points. But we'll go with that for now, because I'm trying to think reasonable games here. Like, that we should have been winning. I'm going to leave it there. It was nice to have a bit more faith that a team could actually do something today than what we were suffering with Ruben Amorim. But the result wasn't great. I couldn't even find a good image for this game, so it's got a nice blurry image of Delo staring at heaven. Unfortunately, that's just going to have to do. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. We'll see what happens for the next game. I don't know who we're playing, but Shea Lacey has to start. Oh dear.